Been a long time no see. Family, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Family, good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm happy I was able to hop on earlier. This is exactly the time that I needed to hop on to talk to y'all. Ooh. Yo, family, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Give it like 2 minutes before I start. I'm gonna give it like 2 minutes before I start. How y'all doing? Family, peace and love, y'all. How y'all doing? How everybody doing? How y'all evening going? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing, fam? What's going on? Yo, how y'all doing? I'm waiting till a few more people get in. What's going on? What's going on? Family, how y'all doing? What's going on? Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. How y'all doing? Yeah, I teach a course on that. I teach a course on that. Yes, sir. I talk about being a data furnisher. Only for business owners, though. Remember, my data furnisher course is only for business owners. It is not for individuals who want to report credit. It is not for individuals. Family, what's going on? What's going on? We're gonna start in a few. Give it like a minute from now. We're gonna start at 3 minutes. Give it like, give it a second because I know a few of y'all want to get in and y'all be like, man, what did I miss? I'm just giving 1 more minute, y'all. At 3 minutes, we're gonna take off. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, family? What's going on? What's going on? Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, family. Good evening, y'all. Y'all already learned something tonight. Y'all already start. I promise y'all gonna like this. I promise y'all gonna like it because the same stuff I be teaching you guys is what's being done right now as we speak. And the goal is y'all to keep building. It's not to stop, y'all. It's not to stop. Yo, family, what's going on? Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. Oh, that's good. I know. Thank you. But peace and love, family. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, family? Peace and love, family. How y'all doing? Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Family, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right. All right, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. So, y'all look, man, some good news, right? So, the same thing I've been telling y'all for the last 2 months, 3 months, right? I got this process that's going. It's unpopular. No, not that many people know about. It's called how to convert an auto loan into an unsecured personal loan. For many years, many people have been trying to find many methods around the credit system, right? A lot of people have been trying to find loopholes and trying to find benefits, right? So back then, it used to be a time where most people used to apply for a bunch of credit cards. It's called credit card stacking, where many people will try to apply for credit cards. And when they apply for credit cards, they might try to get certain limits, right? Some people will try to get a $5,000 limit. Some people will try to get $1,000 or $10,000 limit. Some people try to get a $15,000 or $20,000 limit, right? And after they get the credit card limits, now most people didn't even catch on to the credit processor, so most people will try to go into like stuff like buying products just to sell, just to make money off the credit cards. Then you'll have people that flip the credit cards or they try to use the credit cards to buy investment, right? Now, that's all good, right? But the more you start learning about this credit stuff, then you start getting what word I'm looking for? You start getting you start articulating better strategies, right? Because some of the first strategies most people try to use, they'll try to use stuff like, hey, let me do this, let me do a route like this, like simple stuff, things that's already been tested, things that has already been done, but the reward is very little. Now, many people ain't never tapped into what I be doing, and this is converting an auto loan into an unsecured personal loan. I'm not saying many people have. I'm not saying no one have done it, but what I'm saying is, it's only a few people that actually done it correctly, because the information is brand new. Now, to me, I've been knowing how to do this for 2 years. Now I would say this is when your credit reach a certain level where it's decent, right? I'm not saying you got to have excellent credit. I'm not saying you got to be 800 plus credit score. I'm talking about basic decent credit. Decent credit would be like 680 with an installment account on your credit over 3 years in history, few credit cards, stuff like that, right? That'd be cool, right? Now, with that being said, that is a simple line that we can draw to say that you got okay credit, because okay credit is not in the score. Okay credit is primarily in the profile, right? So let's backtrack. Since you have people with okay credit or decent credit, many people will try to do like certain methods like the car. I mean, not the car, but like credit cards and all that. So I teach people like how to convert the loans, right? And the reason why it's so important to understand this method is because it's more money. Now, if it was a situation where it's like $10,000, like $12,000, that's cool, but it's not at its peak, right? You want to get something that you leverage a lot from, right? So, I'm gonna use an example. So my mother, she personally have good credit, right? She got excellent credit, but she work a normal job, right? Her mindset is not knowledgeable when it comes to like credit. Her mindset is not knowledgeable when it comes to understanding how business work or understanding how the banks work. So I did this method with her, right? So I did it through her account because she banked with a credit union and everything like that. And so I told her like, hey, I can get you about 50, 60,000. She said, how you gonna do that? And I said, because I know this method that you can use, especially if you have good credit, like how to convert an auto loan into an unsecured personal loan. So she was like, okay, okay. When can you do it? And I said, pretty much I gotta look over your score. Now I already knew she already had the score. I knew she had the credentials. I knew she had what it takes for her credit to take off to the next level. But at that point, I just needed her to trust the process. Now imagine, she's a normal woman, right? She's a 9 to 5 working woman. She never started a business. She never had a business. She never invested into a business. She never even, you feel me, never even started a business, right? So she don't even know how to do it, right? So to her, oh man, my nose, man, I got a cold, y'all. So her mindset is not even equipped to even know or have knowledge when it comes to certain things like how loans work or how unsecured loans work or stuff like that, right? Her mindset not even equipped with that stuff, right? So she told me like, man, is this a scam? Like, hell no, it's not a scam. Why? I ain't told my mama hell no, but I told her like, heck no, it's not a scam. Why you think that? She was saying like, because, you know, I don't want to mess up my bank account. And I said, no, you won't mess up your bank account. And so I read her Navy Federal policy. Now, this policy is what 99.99% of people overlook when they're talking about the auto loan and unsecured personal loan. It says in a policy that if a person doesn't give Navy Federal the title within 90 days, they auto loan will be converted into an unsecured personal loan and APR may change, right? Keyword may, right? So when you look at that scenario, that gave all people who understand business and investments and everything like that, they gave them a loophole because let me explain something. Traditionally speaking, it is easier to obtain auto finance than it is business finance. The average person wouldn't even get $20,000 with top tier credit if their financials doesn't align with anything like that, right? There's people out there who can borrow $100,000 cars without showing any financing. I mean, not financing, but any like documentation, like tax returns, pay stubs and everything like that. So in her case, I processed her application only for $36,000. Not 36, but $56,000. So once I processed it, I gave them the VIN number of one of my vehicles. And so once I gave them the VIN number of one of my vehicles, they processed it, they approved it instantly. Now, of course, in this method, you need somebody you trust to make the deposit for you because remember, they have to act like they're your seller, right? So these are going to be the people that are selling you the vehicle. Now, that is when a lot of people have to think. do I trust this person? Now, my mother, yes, she trusts me, of course, right? But it's always that thought, like, anybody can run off with your stuff, right? If you give a person this much power to say, hey, you can cash my check for me and I'll trust you to give it to me, it got to be a person you trust. Many people don't have that many people you trust. So my mother trusts, right? So that's already taken care of. So once we got the approval, she was happy. She was like, man, because this whole time she wanted to start a restaurant. But remind you, her way of business is not in a popular sense, right? So look at business like, man, like I need to stack up my money. I need to save money to start a restaurant. But I told her like, hey, you can use your credit. Why would you stack money to get a restaurant? You can use your credit. Remind you, she got the $56,000 of six because she got top tier credit. She got 2 auto loans, perfect payment history. She got like 10 authorized users credit card. I put on the authorized user credit card. So she got the installment history. She don't have no bad debt on her credit report that can hinder her or mess her up or make the banks look at her any other way than to say, man, she a asset. So when they approved it, it was game time. It was game time, family. So I taught her how to do it, and she was happy ever since. And that's the main goal, just to teach people what you know when it comes to credit. So when I be talking about these unsecured personal loans and auto loans, I'm trying to show people how to get ahead of the game. So I want to show people how to get 50, 60, or $100,000 where they can use and leverage. I don't want people to waste time, and because listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The times we live in there right now, you won't survive if you don't have a knowledge base of finances, because you cannot work your way to financial freedom no more. You can't work your way up to the top. You can't save your way up to the top. We are not living in those times. We live in the times right now that borrowed money are the only way to reach the top. Or if you looking at it like borrow money, you talking about investment income. You have to make some sort of extreme. You got to take some sort of extreme measures to really make a whole change in your life. You get what I'm saying? So when people come to me, they be like, man, how do you make money? Man, I just learned how to leverage credit. It's not about making money. It's not about it sometimes. It's not about waking up every day to think like, man, how can I make money? It's about how you can borrow money. We live in a borrowed system. Everything is borrowed, family. And I think most people forget that. People are getting rich by borrowing money. The banks get rich by borrowing money. When you buy real estate, you are borrowing money. When you buy a car, you are borrowing money. Most people don't know how to borrow. And case in point, if the average person went to the dealership and they borrowed a car, they borrowed money, but they didn't borrow money in the sense of them using that to make any money. They only borrowed a liability, something that's going to take from their pockets every single day. Because that $100,000 Mercedes Benz, that $100,000 G Wagon, that's only a depreciating asset. Now, you was better off getting that Mercedes Benz and trying to get a clean title to it and selling it and paying them back with the money that you sold it for than you would be just driving around with the G Wagon Mercedes. You get what I'm saying? And so most people got to understand that we live in a time where all money is borrowed. So when I be seeing people be like, oh man, like, oh, just get your money up, man, it's no other way. But understanding how the banks work, or you can make money out many different ways. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money out here to make. I'm not never saying there's no money out here. It's a lot of money. I'm just showing people as many strategies to get wealthy. It's many strategies. But I would say one of the easiest ways to get wealthy is to borrow money. Remind you, my mother don't know nothing about credit. She don't know nothing about how to leverage credit. She don't know nothing about how to build credit. But I do. So you just imagine her credit with my brain making her 56,000, and we going back grab her 70,000. So 50,000 plus 70, you somewhere in the what 120 range. Come on now, just like that. So if she can get that 170, I mean not the 120, she want to do in a better position because she have that disposable income that she can use. I mean it's unsecured, so that's straight cash. And if she on her, but if she to just out, she can do that as well. And that's what when they come in at. You got to be able to win. And if she flip her money just in time, she can pay the whole loan back, won't have to worry about interest. And guess what? They'll let her borrow it again. And they'll let her borrow it again. So today I just went to the bank, right? So with one of my banks, I try to do it. They was like, no, because both Navy, they put both names on there. They put my name and her name on there. So I couldn't do it like that. I had to take it to my other bank. Once I took it to my other bank, they cleared it, right? So they cool. I deposited today, everything cool. It or whatever the case might be, but everything was cool at that bank, right? Man, it's way more. It's way more she can get. It don't stop right there because she can go ahead and grab 3, 4 more before that loan show up on her credit report. That's why I'm like, hey, you want to make sure you grab 4 more. Because if you got 4 more, that's 50,000 times 4. That's 200,000. But don't get me wrong, it's a certain level of fear in the average consumer mind. Remind you, she's not me. You can't mix the two. Meaning her mindset is not my mindset. Her mindset is more old fashioned. I should work to get my, not that I'm just finna borrow the money on credit and leverage it and make millions of dollars. That's not the average person mindset. So I have to understand it, but you also got to be a person to teach them so they can step into that lane. Because I'm like, working a job ain't it today. I promise y'all, when y'all, listen, one person came to me, right? I was talking to one of the brothers. We was talking about, working and everything like that. And I said, look, the reason why I'm against working in a job, because it's not like the old times. Every dollar that you saved back then, let's just say in 1960, all of that money was backed by gold and silver. So every dollar you worked for had intrinsic value. So even if you save it, it was worth something. So what you save today is not worth anything because all money today in America is backed by debt. I mean, not back, no, it's backed by the U.S. government promised to pay, but all money today is debt. Because if it's nothing that backs it up of intrinsic value like gold, silver, copper, and everything like that, that means it's debt. So if it's debt, it's dead money. So you save dead money in these times. Because remember, the dollar can crash any day. All this stuff can crash. Nothing of intrinsic value to hold. You hold gold, you hold silver, and you hold the things that gold and silver is covered under. But if it's not covered under gold and silver, it's not real money. It's all Federal Reserve notes. You ever seen the IOU? You ever seen the IOU? Like something that say IOU, right? That's not backed by anything. It's just a promise to pay. And since the government take on that position, the government is liable for all the debt in America. So I be telling people like, hey, this fiat currency. This old days when granddaddy and them even stack their money up and then they had all their money hidden in the ground because it was real money. Even if you say like, let's just say the old $100 bills and they had a strip of gold there, or you had $20, $50 bills and these was the silver dollars and all that stuff is over with. We live in a time, not only is the money dead, not only we live where all this stuff is fiat currency, you got to think we are in the middle of a recession. They don't call it a recession, it's a recession. The money that you are earning at a job cannot keep up with the economy. It can't. You can't work your way to the top. You can't save your way to the top. What's the other two options? You can borrow your way. But the average person don't understand it. Because you heard it's what make rich people richer and poor people poorer. Because every time a rich person get into more debt, they borrow more on debt that they have. So you can refinance debt. You can have debt. You leverage that debt and they make money from it. And they can buy debt just to borrow against the equity of the debt. So understand this, family. The more you start understanding like society and everything like that, you will start realizing like, no, this is not what it's at. I promise y'all. And so it's not me hating jobs. It's just understanding the political system. It's not real money. What would be the point of me wasting 8 hours a day, 1/3 of your life for nothing? I'd rather go to prison if that's the case, and not saying like a person who work a job is a bad thing, but once they get the political knowledge, then they go. And also, let me explain to y'all, it don't take money to make money. That's one of the biggest lies ever, just to say you need a lot of money to make money. No. You need the knowledge and understand credit, because if you understand that alone, you can be rich. If I was to understand everything I knew at 18, I'd be rich, because it would have been easier to leverage. Because then I'll say, okay, let me just build up this profile, and then I'm gonna start attacking my credit goes like this and I'll reach $1 million by the time I'm 20. That would have been the goal because it would have been easier to maintain. But with limited knowledge and not understanding it, and everybody around you with the mindset of saving your money around you, you will never reach the top because you can't save your way to the top. House house prices jump up 200,000 in 1 year and you only saved up 1,500. How you gonna how can your income and what you save add up to that? House prices jump up 200,000. A $400,000 house now worth 600,000. And next year you save another 2,000, and now that $600,000 house now is worth 800,000. You see that? And then when everything start over, and now that price of the house worth pennies. Now the person who saved might looking like, ooh, but everything just went down like that. It's a game, family. All this stuff is a game. This whole system is a game. But most people don't know how to play it. They don't want to play it. So the people who playing it is winning. Everybody else is just gonna be behind. So, and I appreciate that, the fact that my mother actually stepped out of her fear and jumped into it and learned. Because now she finna change her life. Now she can do things. Now she can get this. Now she can understand how this works. And remember, she ain't running off with it. In it back. Why would you steal it? And they gonna do more of it. 56,000 ain't nothing. You go back and grab 70. You pay 55, grab 70. No, you ain't even got to pay it back. She can grab 70 and the 50 at the same time and pay up to 50% of the loan and go right back and borrow 100. And then after you borrow 100, go back and grab 150. And she's just leveraging it. She literally can go a whole life borrowing money and just paying that back and use the other one for expenses and leisure if she chooses to, which would be dumb because she can do way more than just getting paying it back for leisure. You can borrow $100,000 and put it in an account just to draw the interest from it. So if you put it in the account and draw 8%, $100,000 you put up, you can make 8%, which would be $8,000 cost you $2,200 a month, and you put it like that. How can you lose? So how can you lose that if you put in the interest account that draw 8? I ain't talking about a personal interest account either, fam. Just so everybody can know, I'm not talking about a personal interest account either. Hold on. What about right now? Everything good? Is everything good with my connection? Yo, family. Oh man, let me see. I think he said my connection. Oh, oh shoot. I'm driving a bike right now, family. Oh. Okay. Right. What about right now? Am I good? Can I do a police report on the charge of auto loan while I still have the car? Yeah. Yo, Mark, what's up, bro? Your service is a bit shaky. So, help me. I just beat charges that held me inside. Free not guilty. Get it, boss. Okay. Hit me up, family. 224-463-1848. Okay. Okay. What about right now? Is all good? Okay. So, just to expound more on their families, I want y'all to understand that, it got a lot to do with your knowledge, like just understanding how the credit game work, how the banks work, and you can leverage it and just to use it, for your own advantage. That's the goal. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we ain't never took no L's. We're not saying that things can't go left, but if you do have the right strategy into borrowing, if you do, take your time and be patient and calculate everything, you can put yourself in a position where you can sit on the lot. Like I say, if I had to start over, I would never start from scratch. My goal would be just to put my credit at a good position so when it's time to borrow, I'll be able to get enough where I can do everything at once, opposed from just, you know, you starting from here. Like, remember that saying, people like, man, you gotta start from somewhere. That's not true. You do gotta start for somewhere, but it don't gotta be the bottom. It don't. I promise you. It's people that start off decent. You don't think a person can start off with $100,000 loan, $100,000 loan, and they just start a business? The reason why they gotta start low is because everybody around them don't know. And it's unfortunate that most people don't know. It's unfortunate that people ain't been woke up to certain information, and that's what caused a lot of people to crumble because the lack of knowledge, it's hurting a lot of people. Trying to get a box truck off some shitty ass credit. Okay, if you're trying to get a box truck off of shitty credit, you go to buy here, pay here. You can have bad credit, but they'll want a higher down payment. I would say just build up your credit, fam. Some people don't even really have bad credit. They have probably a $500 credit card that they maxed out, and that put them at a 500 credit score. You can come back. Some people don't even have student loans. Some people have really basic stuff on their credit that can get fixed up. So don't think you really got bad credit. Bad credit would be like you in $100,000 of negative student loan debt, and you got 4 or 5 auto loan repossessions and all that stuff. That would be bad credit, and you have to work on that. You know, that'd be like bad credit. But bad credit ain't really like you having a small little loan and you ain't paid back. You can just pay that back or dispute it, get it taken off your credit report, and then go ahead and make that put that trade line on there to build it up. It's just a lot of people right now, they highly anticipated on going fast now. So when people watch certain content, they're like, man, Taquan told me I can go grab $100,000. Now, of course you can, but you got to get to that position. It don't take a long time to build credit. Realistically speaking, you can get $100,000 in building your credit in 6 months or less than that if you really strictly stayed on that and you ain't do nothing else. And you got to get with the right banking institutions that can get through. But you have to put the right stuff on your credit. You got to put rental loans on there. You got to put a few installment loans on there. You got to put some pledge loans on there. You got to put some trade lines on there. You got to put everything on there because remember, like times like it's more like lenders are more conservative nowadays because they want somebody with decent credit. Really, today they really want top tier credit. They don't even want basic credit. You get what I'm saying, family? They want top tier credit now most of the time at a lot of banks. Now you can get through with a lot of credit unions and they can pull you through. And then if you get through with them, you can make sure that you put yourself in a position to get 4 or 5 auto loans and really take off. You just got to have that right team around you. If you have that right team around you and you really you set up straight, you set up in the right position. I promise you, you ain't gonna have no issue. You ain't gonna have no issue, family. Not one. You're not gonna have one issue. So today, when I cashed, I'm like, man, when I put it through, I'm like, man, just 56, that ain't bad. Like, they ain't starting low. That's not starting from scratch. That's starting from decent. And then when I get her to 70, so you playing 120, you really not starting from scratch then, because you playing with over $100,000. You're not starting from scratch. You really starting at the top because all you got to do is buy your inventory and take off. You ain't got to wait. You ain't got to say, man, we short with this. You gonna have every aspect. You gonna have the income. You gonna have the structure. I'm giving her the LLC. I'm making sure that she got business cards and all that, and she start her catering bit. She can do that instantly. She ain't gotta wait. She ain't gotta say, oh man, we gotta start a little. We gotta sell 3 plates. You can just borrow the money. Then she can go straight in. She ain't gotta start. Me, I started from scratch. My mama, she ain't even started from scratch. Ain't that crazy? So she not even gonna start from scratch in her business. She gonna start somewhere good where she needs to be and then rise up. And so that's what, and that be what I be trying to teach people all this time, family. That's what I be trying to teach people all this time, how to get it, how to go ahead and borrow this, how to do this, how to do that. Even some people that, I'm close to, I teach anybody this. It just, some people look at it like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna tell y'all. It's been so many gurus coming to y'all about these. I do not know why they trying to show you guys these remittance coupons, all of this BS. None of them is not doing this. And so I'm really trying to figure out, like, most people getting scammed. They come to me and they say, hey, I need a way. And I say, what's going on? Who did you go through? They'll say, man, I've been through this guy. They told me I can discharge everything in my life. They told me I never have to pay a bill again, and now I'm homeless on the street. And I'd be like, bro, why did you believe that? They said, man, I don't know. I thought they was telling the truth. And I said, you thought they was telling the truth? How did you thought they was telling the truth? He'd say, man, because they said they discharged. Man, listen, you have to understand, if they not showing receipts, please don't be quick to just believe it. They got to at least show you some receipts, show you what they did, because if y'all out here buying these remittance coupons and that, and that's what the doubt come at for a lot of people. Some people, I got students who got scammed 1,500. I got students who got scammed 10,000. And what I mean by scam, they put in, it wasn't an investment. They put in they bought a package to be a secure party creditor. Some dude talking about they finna ship out their paperwork. I don't know, to the Secretary of State. They said they gonna set them up with a trust, and they thought they was gonna get rich, and they wasn't. Like, stuff like that, family. So a lot of people's spirits got broken because of that. And I tell them, like, you gotta ask for evidence, y'all. There's nothing wrong with asking for evidence. If a person come to me, man, ask for evidence about this unsecured auto loan, I already posted in my wish list evidence right there. I don't. Everything should be based off evidence. So the first thing you got to do is ask somebody, do they got evidence to produce to show that have a strong reference to what they are talking about? Because if they don't have reference, it's a lie. Okay, I know this is probably off topic, but is it possible to access your bonds for your social security number or use it to pay bills? I'm glad you said that, money, because this is the same thing I was just talking about. No, no. Whoever telling y'all that stuff, they are lying to you. And also, like I always tell people, if anyone teaching y'all this, please have them contact me directly. We can go live. Not one person have done that. Not one person will. Not no teacher who teaching this stuff will go live with me, and we can show evidence upon evidence. Because I don't teach all that. Only thing I'm teaching you guys is credit. That's it. Now, sovereignty is more political choice. Now, let me explain a little bit about sovereignty. I'm not going to stay on sovereignty, but I'm just going to say it like this, right? Sovereignty is a political choice. It has nothing to do with credit. It has nothing to do with anything else. Sovereignty is a political choice. We are a group of individuals who are exercising our constitutional rights. Now, that has nothing to do with business. That has nothing to do with credit. That has nothing to do with your fundamental. I mean, no, it does have something to do with your fundamental rights, but it has nothing to do with anything, right? So when people try to mix up status correction and then they bring up secure party creditor, you know they're on some BS. You know they're not teaching you the truth, family. So, nah, don't buy into that. Are there workarounds if you have bankruptcy within 6 months left it before it fell off? Yep. Yep, you can get off of bankruptcy. You can dispute that. They don't understand overstand, no spending, only leveraging or buying asset. Correct. But people got to learn, family. Battery don't subscribe, repeat your numbers. I'm writing the information. I appreciate that, fam. It's 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. Imani, you ain't had to delete it. You ain't had to delete it at all. And it's not a stupid question. It's not a stupid anything. Actually, it's a very intelligent concern, because you have a lot of people in this community who follow gurus who be teaching y'all this. And honestly, this stuff got to be brought to the light. Honestly, it does. It does. Realistically, it does. So if they teaching y'all this stuff and they teach y'all about W4 sandwiches, make sure they can prove with evidence. Please make sure they can prove with evidence that they receive any benefit from it. Please, just make sure. Can a person who goes hard with your Amazon Play make 300 a day in a month? Yeah, yeah. With the right inventory, yeah. With the right inventory, with the right product, yeah, yeah. There's been times we made the most, I would say 18 in a day. That was one. I don't know. That was a magical day. That wasn't. I don't consider that any other day, but that was a magical day. 18,000 in one day on Amazon. That was one day. Yeah, that was one of my best days ever on Amazon. And then it just collapsed. I don't know. One day it went 18,000, another day it went zero. I was like, what? It's possible. It's possible you can make that much on Amazon and never make a sale like that the rest of the year or the rest of the month, because it has a lot to do with the type of inventory you have. It got a lot to do with the market of it, stuff like that. But It's possible. It's very much possible. And it's possible to take a hit on everything and lose everything. I lost plenty of money on Amazon. I won, and not won, but made plenty of money on Amazon. Now, a site that I restarted back selling on eBay. eBay do good numbers too. Now that's decent compared to Amazon because eBay is really my stomping ground. Amazon is too, but eBay was always my stomping ground first. And then y'all know I'm a Walmart seller. I just got approved to selling on Walmart. So that's gonna be another some other stuff I'm gonna put out there. So I'm gonna put that out there soon. 18. 18 was made in 2023. It was the summer of 2023, and that was off my that was a double printer I had. I had a double printer I was selling. Cause remember the Chase Play I had with all my Chase credit cards I had used. I had bought the ING 550 printers. The ING 55 printers I had sold. How many ink printers I sold that one day? Man, hold on. It was eight. It was seven to nine printers I had sold in one day. But the buyer didn't go through with the order. The other one who went through with the order, he paid 9,600. He paid 9,600. So the 18K was just somebody holding it, but they didn't get it. Somebody else came back and grabbed it, and they paid 9,000. They paid 9,900. Another person came back. They grabbed four printers. That was 7,200. Another person came back. They grabbed like two printers. That was 3,600. You get what I'm saying? So it was something like that. It was good money. Don't get me wrong. Like Amazon, you can make some good money. It just been when I've been worried about the credit and everything, it took me away from Amazon. But I'm gonna go back to my Amazon time because I just don't sell on Amazon. If you ask me, I think I'm a seasonal seller. I'm not. I don't think I've been consistent like I need to. I've been seasonal because 1 minute the consultations will eat up the Amazon, meaning more people want to talk to me. Then you got the credit, me leveraging credit, been eating up everything else because I've been worried about that. Y'all gotta understand, it's a lot of things they got to get done. I got this to stack. I got to get that done. I got business partners that got to get straight. All that, all business got to get taken care of, family. All business, all partners got to get taken care of. Everybody got to get taken care of. And yeah, so Amazon been taking a hit. I ain't been going crazy on Amazon like I've been doing because my focus ain't been on Amazon. It's not even the fact that I got bad inventory. It was the fact that I didn't do my listing properly because last time I sniped the listing. Like I know how to steal listings from top companies. And when I take the listing, I make my own format on it and all that. And so I make the deal better. So let's just say they sold the printers for 2,700. I might come through and sell it for 1,800, still in the buyer. Still in the order, right? So we end up getting all their orders and all that stuff, and take all their customers just like that because we got the better price, everything like that, and we send it through FBA. So I'm 22 years old. I'm $40,000 in personal credit card debt. Um, um, man, this is what you do. It's a company I know. I need you to consolidate that debt because once you consolidate it into a loan, what happens is all that utilization go away. And since the utilization go away, it puts your utilization back at zero. And since it go back to zero, you can go ahead and borrow some more and leverage that to straight capital. And then you come back and you'll be straight. Consolidation always been a good avenue to go. Yep, for unsecured debt, consolidating your debt has always been a good avenue. You just gotta know how to use it. Most people don't know how to use it. I understand. Mistakes happen. Most people ain't even hopped into this knowledge yet about it. Yes, Mark, you can consolidate any debt. So whatever you owe in like debt, you can contact a company to consolidate your debt, and they're gonna pay off all of your debt. They're gonna put it back at zero, but you're gonna have to pay them. But the good thing about it, the utilization go back to zero, and it helps you more into like your borrowing power. So if you choose to go that route, it'll be up to you. You owe 3 acres of land. What is it? Like are you late behind it? What's going on? That's not bad. You 22 years old. You own 3 acres of land. Contact me ASAP. David, contact me. 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know that's coming out. You know it. Everybody been anticipating on this book. I got to hurry up and copyright it tonight for somebody steal my name because I know a lot of people want to. I know a lot of people want to use that. But what's up, family? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I appreciate the love and support. Yes, family. Elise, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please contact me, Elise. I'm gonna post it. I need that love and support, family. But no, family, that's it. Just learn how to leverage credit. That's it. And so my book, when it come out, how to legally rob a bank, I'm not talking about literally stealing from the bank or anything like that. I'm just showing you how to leverage your credit, use credit, how you can borrow $1 million. Because you can borrow $1 million with good credit. It don't take nothing. It don't take nothing to borrow $1 million. The only thing about it is people who are not with the right banks. They are not going through the right institutions. A lot of people going through Chase. Now, if you want to get $1 million through Chase, you got to leverage some good credit. And then if you want to go through like I know somebody right now, family, with A1 credit who can borrow $1 million, and they actually one of my clients. I'm going through with them. They going through with me right now. I'm about to show them how to leverage this money. But the only thing about it is I'm going through another client. So once I'm done with this client, we're gonna go with them, and then we're gonna go ahead and get straight. You know, a lot of people trying to get this credit, family. A lot of people. Okay, that's good. Navy, that's a good bank. That's a good relationship bank. Navy is not the only one. I know a lot of people say Navy. Navy is not the only one, but Navy, dude, like you can touch an M off Navy. I would tell people, please, like when I did this with my mother, y'all, she don't understand that she in the perfect position to really make it, right? But it's still you still gotta have somebody behind her instructing her like do this right, just so when she make it to the top, it'll be easier for her to leverage it. I only get it because you did. Oh, appreciate that, family. Oh, you use my Navy Federal method, and that's how you got an account. I appreciate that. Do you have a mentor? No, I'm my own mentor, and not saying it cocky, but I analyze a lot of situations. Like my whole perspective on business and money is separate from most because I'm not into like. Let me explain, family. My whole perspective on money is totally different from everybody else. Some people teach people how to get money through ads. Some people say this. Like I just follow a whole different strategy, family, and my strategy is a little bit different. So that's just it. It's just different strategies. But no, I don't have a mentor. No, I don't. I appreciate that, fam. Send that book. You said send that book. You said I'm broke. I know. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? A lot of people are broke, family. A lot. We are in the middle of a recession. Remember, the money that most people earn at a job can't keep up with the economy. I know a lot of people are broke. I know. Trust me. I know. I know. I know, family. I know. I know. And if you want to be honest, my mom was broke. She was. She ain't had that much. And I'm just gonna be honest. She didn't because she worked a regular job. She ain't gonna work it no more. Everybody broke. Everybody. That's why it's good to just learn. Like, man, I want to borrow some money. You want to get 100,000, huh? Use it. Change your life. Just change your life, family. That's what I'm saying. You change your life. Get right. Get yourself right, family. I'm gonna make sure. Whoever comes through me, I'll make sure y'all straight. I'm gonna make sure y'all get what y'all need. You know, some like understanding like how to convert an auto loan to an unsecured personal loan. That process only $200, family. 200 just to learn it. Just for an hour of my time, just to teach you how to do it. That's all it is. But you gotta have okay credit before you come to me. I already have good credit. If you don't have good credit, or if you got questionable credit, build up your profile. And good credit don't mean good score. Good credit mean good profile. Yes, I do fix credit. It's a little bit costly, especially because I don't stop. I keep going. So I don't do like, how most people say 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I don't stop. I keep going. I just keep going. I just keep going until I find a better strategy. I might stop, and then think about the best strategy for you and keep going. Because it's like I don't want to limit you. I don't want to limit nobody's ability to borrow, so I want to keep going. And I'm finna start doing credit letters like affidavits. I'm gonna start putting affidavits in under the in declaring under penalty of perjury, and I'm gonna start specifying some of the best arguments ever. Because what the credit bureaus start doing is they start putting everybody dispute letters through an automated system. So if you are copying AI arguments and everything like that, millions of people are using those arguments, and the credit bureaus are shutting those down instantly. So soon they see it, this request been submitted a million times. They putting that to the left. They even got certain disputes that's already been red flagged. 829, I gotta check that profile. You might got an 829, but I gotta see that profile. I gotta see what that profile do. How much did your complete credit play? It's no such thing as complete credit play. But if you want to say like, man, I want to borrow $1 million, I want to borrow 150 to 200,000, you can get my mentorship, and we can really go head to head, and I can really show you. I can show you how to borrow money. And like one thing about it, if your credit really there, I can show you how to borrow money. One of my students, he's only 20 years old. He borrowed $75,000. He paid for the mentorship though. He paid 1,500 for the mentorship. He wasn't planning about his future. Now, when he come back to me, he still got the mentorship because it's for a lifetime. If he come back to me, he want to borrow some more money, he can at any time. He can do it at any time. My phone number is 224-463-1848. 224-463-1848. Tarantino said, I'd rather work my credit than work a job. Say that again. Work that credit, not a job. Wake up every morning, figure out, man, how can I do this? All right, look, this is what I got to do. I need to work my credit. Every day I need to strategize. I need to add this account. Every time I get paid, I need to add this account on my credit. I need to have at least 18 to 20 accounts. I need to put this many installment loans. I need to put 8 rental loans on there. I need to really get my credit booming, because when it's time to borrow, I need to be with 7, 8 credit unions. I need to put all my inquiries in one day. I need to put $50,000 in auto loans for amongst 5 credit bureaus. That's $250,000. Get 2 people I trust to put them as the seller of a vehicle. And man, like it's so much. There's so much you can be doing. Work the credit. Don't work yourself. Trust me. These corporations gonna get paid whether or not you work. You see, you get what I'm saying? They gonna survive regardless of us. They don't give a damn about us. Amazon, they hiring robots. Y'all see the robots in the factories that's working right now? You think they care about us? You really think they care about us? You think they care about our well-being? You think they thinking like, man, our employees are tired, Jeff Bezos. They don't give a damn. They don't care. And that's why I say it's a game. Everything is a game. This whole society is a game. Why would I play so serious in the world? That's a game. It's not real. And most people caught on to the information late. And what I mean caught on to the information late, most people already put 20 years in the job. Most people already put 30 years in the job. And so now they get to learning this stuff. They're like, man, so you mean tell me this 20 years I was wasting time? Yeah, technically, but you know, yeah, you wasting time, wasting good time. You wasting good time. You wasting a lot of time. You wasted so much time that you wasted a lifetime. Like, you wake up early in the morning, you stretching, just 5 in the morning, you tired. You ain't getting up to work out or nothing, or even improve the quality of life. You just literally going and repeating the cycle. It's almost like school. So they tell the kids, wake up 7 in the morning and get ready for school. You go to school 8 hours a day. You've been conditioned to do that for 6 years old to 18. You finally graduate. They tell you go to college. You go to college, right? You wake up 7 in the morning. You go to class, whatever. You get night classes, even okay, that's cool. Then you still got to work a job simultaneously in college. Then you get to 21, 24 years old. Now it's time for you to hop in the work field. You go into the work field. You find your career. You work in a job every single day. Every single day of your life. You get up every single day and you work. Every single day. And you doing it for 20 years. And there's people out there that's living good. They get anything they want, and they're using the system. They not even being honest. They not even stealing. They just using the system. The billionaires don't pay. They don't pay taxes due to the fact that we don't understand the tax loopholes where business owners write off everything as a business expense so they can avoid taxes, and also when millionaires and billionaires borrow money for real estate, they can't be taxed on money that's borrowed. So when a billionaire decides to refinance a property that's worth $110 million and they receive $110 million of borrowed money, that $110 million can be borrowed because can't be taxed because it was borrowed, and they use the amount of tenants that sleep in the unit, they rent that out after they just borrow from the equity of that property just to get 50, 60 more properties and do the same thing and rinse and repeat. And you got somebody that's working so hard, and you got people living like that. That be the thing, because I look at it like a game, because the system is used to only empower certain people. But it's not. I'm gonna be honest though, the game is fair, but it's cold because you have a big disproportion of people who don't have access to the information. Therefore, they wouldn't have access to the money. By them not having access to the information, they don't have access to the money. So then you got to work. They wake up every morning, they work, they do this, they do that. Okay, and then life just keep going on instead of them making it, instead of them investing it. But they don't know how to do it. That's the thing. A lot of people don't know how to do it. That's why it's best to, when you get this information, take off. No matter where you at, no matter what age you at, whatever, no matter if you 18 or 46. Whenever you get this information, just take off. But just learn first. Just sit down and learn, and everything like that. And hard work at a job do not pay off. Maybe 1% of the time, but most of the time, no, it don't pay off. Hard work never paid off. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate the love and support. Okay, 15. Yeah, that's for my mentorship. Okay, so yeah, family. Did he already explain how to convert that auto loan to a personal unsecured personal loan? Yes, I have. So let me explain it again, right? So the method again, you have to have somebody you trust. You have to have a VIN number of a vehicle that match or around the same value of a vehicle that you're claiming that you're purchasing. That person have to sign to say, that person have to agree that they are going to be a seller. And then the bank, if the bank qualify you, they cut the check. No strings attached. Make sure that you have a suitable bank that you are used to depositing large amounts of money in, and build an empire. That's a big loophole right there. That's a big loophole. That's it. There's no more, no less. Now, of course, it's gonna be more. I got that in a consultation. Like when whoever want it, just hit me up. I can do that for you. I can show you how to do it. Now, I don't do it for you. Like me personally, that was a favor I did for my mother. Anybody else, of course, it's gonna be some. It's not gonna be just a 200. Like it'll be a 200 just for the information. But for me to do it and deposit in my account, that's something totally different, family. That's something totally different. Have you checked out Brandon Joe Williams? I saw the comment about it in one of your community posts. Um, I don't know who that is. I think I heard about it. I don't really know who that is though. I heard about it.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about y'all? How y'all doing? Yes. Yep. You're welcome, family. The goal is to be positive. Just showing people what's going on. This is what's going on, family. Do you need to change your status before? No, family. No. This has nothing to do with a status correction. Credit never has nothing to do with that, family. Never. Status correction is just political. That's just your political views. So when people say they're non-citizen national, that's their political views. If they exercise their right to travel, that's their political views. It has nothing to do with credit. How much for a credit repair? I just got to analyze your credit. I charge 50 just to analyze your credit. Just for me to look over and give you a quote. Yeah, that's all. Beautiful soul. Yep. Yeah, family. Any questions before I get off, family? I'm trying to be on for 5 more minutes. Any questions? I'm also gonna leave my number right here right before somebody asks me a question. So once again, family, my phone number is 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. One more time, 224-463-1848. Do you recommend CPN nowadays, honestly? Yes, CPNs I do recommend, but the problem is do not misconstrue the CPN number as a social security number. Do not ever in your life create a social security card using a CPN number because a CPN number is not a social security number, and you will go to jail for fraudulently making a social security card. So if as long as you're using it for a credit profile, opposed from you using it as a opposed from you creating a social security card out of it, you good. I seem like every time I start to understand, every time I start to understand, I get confused. I understand, everything takes time, family. You gotta unwire to rewire the information. Like you get what I'm saying. You gotta, get that knowledge back. That was stolen from you. So with the car plate, do your trusted person have to own the car? No. You can go on Google and find a car with a VIN number that's for sale. That's if y'all don't have the vehicle in y'all parking lot. He talks a lot about a lot of stuff. One of them showing how to set up a trust to get the EIN. You don't have to set up a trust. You can just apply for an EIN number. Family, everything I teach is very simple. It's not complicated. It's not about trust. It's not about status correction. It's not about changing status to be outside of their jurisdiction to deal with credit. So everything is simple, family. A normal person who's a U.S. citizen with a driver's license can follow everything that I'm doing. Again, family, my phone number is 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848, fam. But yeah, so, like I tell a lot of people, we are in a recession, family. Y'all think people are struggling in 1929. Right now, everybody finna go through it, especially this generation, Generation Z. Man, they about to go through it because it's like everything now is at an all time high. So owning a house for most people is just out of reach. Owning this is out of reach. In a recession, everybody gonna do is buy food and party because now it's like who gonna buy the real stuff? Who gonna buy the gold? Who gonna buy the silver? Everybody out of it. There's only so much that's actually going around for the most. So it's gonna get harder than most people think. I didn't go. I got pulled over and arrested. They want me to go to court. So if you got pulled over and arrested, um, did you sign it when you? I don't know. Did you sign your promise to appear when you got locked up? Text me, family. Shoot me a text. I'll text you back. So if the CPN is technically mimicking SSN numbers, then how come creditors always ask to see Social Security card? The reason is two reasons. One reason why the creditors want you to show a Social Security card is because the profile that you use with the CPN number can have certain red flags on it, such as the information that's on it is very limited. It don't trace back to nothing. So if you got a CPN number that you only had for a month and it only got a trade line on it, it don't got no real credit or no real history on it, it can draw a red flag to the bank to ask them to request for additional documents. That's the number one answer I can give you. Because most of the time, when you got a full tri-merge profile, they don't ask you for none of that. But if they do ask you for it, you can either not give it to them, or you can make a tax returns and put it on there, and then you good. But you can't use it. You can't use a Social Security card. What about the warrant? What about the warrant? If is it tied to your social or your name? It depends on. Recessions has the most millionaires created in any other time in history, Tony Robinson. Yeah, but it might have a lot of millionaires, but you got to understand how many people are going to fall. Millionaires get created every single day. It's a millionaire created every single day here in America. But when you're talking about the amount of people that's going to fall into the recession, a few millionaires don't even add up to the amount of people that's going to fall financially. Do you get what I'm saying? So you might have 7,200 millionaires, but you might have 70 million people become homeless. You get what I'm saying? So you compare that. You compare that. 7,200 people might become millionaires in a recession, and you might have 7.2 million people become homeless every day or every month in America. Matter of fact, realistically speaking, every month. And there's only 300 million people here. So if 7 million people become homeless every single month, you got to ask yourself what's really going on. Oh, wow. Family, what's going on? What's going on? Couple more questions, family, then I'm gone, family. I'm gonna answer a few more questions, then I'm gone. Yeah, that's messed up. I want to get the resources to get a 3D house printer. Oh yeah, I heard they got those for like two something, 200 some thousand. So yeah, that's nice. I'll get one of those. I like it. I like those. All right, family. My EIN start with the number 9. Go to my process, how to get it done in Bradstreet number. Just type into Quanex, how to get it done in Bradstreet number. Your mentorship is good for how long? For life, forever. Or until you get all the information that you need, and that's it. If you get all your information, it's over with. If you got everything that you need. But for the most part, it's until you get everything you need and then you good. Okay, family, look, I'm gonna answer one more question. A real good question, family. Give me, what's the website? I can send you my list. Just shoot me a text. I can send you over my list. So text me at 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. Navy Federal approved me for a $35,000 auto loan, and Penn Fed just approved me for a $15,000 credit card, no interest for 12 months. How can I leverage that? One thing you can do when you leverage it, okay, number one, that 35,000, you got to make sure that you get a, like, number one, you got to find a way how you can, you got to text me. You got to text me. You got to text me. I can show you. I can show you. But all right, family. Look, PenFed doesn't charge for cash advances. I think you don't got to go through that. Just go to Clover. Go to Clover Go or Go Clover, and set up you a business account with them, and you can process your credit card, and you can take the whole thing out without worrying about cash advances. All right, okay. I'm gone, family. Look, peace and love to y'all. Have a blessed day, family. Once again, I'm going to leave my number again. It is 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. If you want to try merge your Dunn's number, you got to get my full EIN course. Just text me at 224-463-1848. Again, 224-463-1848. If you was dead broke at this time, what would be the best steps you would take right now? The first thing I'd do is work on my credit. That's it, because that's the freest thing you can do. And I wouldn't worry about getting money. I would be stuck in my parents' basement, fixing on my credit. And also, I'll be charging people to fix their credit once I fix mine, because credit repair business, anybody will pay you for it, especially if you actually got real life results. I will pay you for it if you got real life results. Anybody in their right man will pay you for it, because that's the only skill you can have that doesn't require any money. You don't have to have any money to learn how to repair credit. But you got to be effective when you repair credit, because you have to be good. You have to compete with many other people. You just can't be the simple credit repair guy. You got to know which loophole that you can use for your best benefit. You know, most people be going to these credit repair classes, but not understanding that it's really into the eye of the beholder, because you have to articulate your strategy alone. So you gotta have your own strategy. It's not about you taking somebody else's strategy or anything like that. You using your own strategy. And also, that's one of the most freest things you can do. That's one thing you don't have to put money down on. That's one thing you don't gotta flip. That money gonna come to you like this. Especially if you really taking off collections, you taking off what late payments, you taking off inquiries, you taking off bankruptcy, you taking off repossession, man, you'll be rich. Anybody will pay you for that, because everybody wanna get their credit right. That's free. It's free game. Anybody can do it. Anybody, I can do it. You can do it. It's a lot of people that want a credit repair from me, but I gotta show I had to show the receipts too. You gotta show the receipts. You gotta be genuine about what you're doing. And like I told them, I'm not stopping until it get deleted. I don't do 3 rounds. I don't do 4 rounds. I don't stop till it's deleted. So we can go 50 rounds. We can submit this 100,000 times. We can threat to sue them. We can put these arguments in. We can do anything we want as long as we stay consistent. That's it, fam. Again, yeah. Now my people's got it. My people's got it, family. Not me. I just cashed it out for them. All right, y'all. Peace and love, y'all. Have a good night, family. Once again, y'all can just text me, say Taquan, send me your list. You can text me at 224-463-1848. Again, text me at 224-463-1848. 1848. Blessings to y'all. I'm out.